Be all blazed. Oh my God. All right, we are live. We just gotta flip the mirrored shit. Where is it? Settings. There we go. Moderators. No, that's not it. How do you unmirror it? Oh, there it is. They changed some of the settings. Hey, Haley Beth, how you doing, love? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't have a headset on because we got other people coming in today. So give me a sound check, Haley Beth. Are you able to hear us talking? And give me about 5 minutes before I bring you up. How you doing, Hales? Yes, you can hear me? Okay. Loud and clear? Sneak peek. Can you hear Zach? Woohoo! Don't tell anybody I showed you who was here, though, Haley. It's a secret. It's a secret. It's a secret, Haley. Yes. Right on. Right on. Right on. Hey, Painting with Harold. How are you, sir? Appreciate you stopping in, man. Good to see you. Saw y'all getting down this afternoon. Painting with Harold was a guest on the show with MC and Coach a couple weeks ago. Nice. I'm talking to someone sitting next to me that y'all can't see. Good to see you, Harold. Thanks for stopping in, man. Haley Beth, are you ready? Are you prepared? What do you think, Haley? You gonna be able to do it? Holy crap, there she is. The lady of the hour. Samantha, the starving artist. Oh, what are you doing, SA? What are you doing? Hi, Amber. How are you doing, SA? Give me like 3 minutes, and then we're gonna bring you up. Started a couple minutes early just to do the warm up thing. Hey, SA. How you doing, lady? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I know, right, Haley? SA made an appearance. Can you believe it? Samantha, the starving artist, is in the house. I'm on my computer. Don't know if this is going to work. Oh, okay. Well, it may not. It won't. I probably won't let you up if you're on your computer. That's okay, though. Dre like the doctor. I love it. Nice handle. Laura Jane, how are you? Sneak peek for Laura Jane. There's Zach. He's here. He made it. He made it. Hey, Dre like the doctor. Good to see you. Well, you found yourself at the Ginn Project Show. We do it every Tuesday night, same time. Been doing it for almost 3 years now. And I interview artists, musicians, craftspeople, tradespeople. Tonight we have an electrician, artist, musician, all of the above. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. You can catch most of the interviews, almost all the ones we've done over the years, over on the Y-Tubes under the same handle, Ginn Project Woodworks. Laura, I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes, and then we're going to send up Haley. And we're going to see if we can send up SA, but she's on a computer. It might not work, but that's okay. That's okay. I was trying to give it the 5 minutes or whatever that I'm supposed to give it before, I bring somebody. In my printout I got this week, it said give it 5 minutes before you bring Haley up. SA! SA Artistry's artwork. Is Laura getting interviewed? No, Laura's not getting interviewed. The guy sitting next to me is getting interviewed. Usually I'm interviewing somebody that's not in my shop. They're out there in the world somewhere. You locked yourself out of all your other devices? That's awesome. What I do is woodworking, though, Dre like the doctor. The shirt that I'm wearing, you're in the chat with you is Samantha the Starving Artist. This image came from that guitar right behind his head. That guitar right there. What's painted on it is this. So I do woodworking stuff. I build stuff. Severed Art in the house. We were just talking about your artwork, Severed, which is these right here. Love it. You work with acrylics. Right on, right on. Well, you have found yourself amongst a bunch of artists. Welcome in. Laura Jane Art is a mod. She runs the Ginn Project stuff. She's an incredible artist. Samantha, the starving artist in the chat with you, did the shirt I'm wearing. She also did that piece of artwork right there and some other stuff we have up in the house. Amazing. So you found yourself in the right spot. Chipster, how you doing, buddy? Another amazing artist, photographer. Thank y'all for coming in. We appreciate it. If you could, go ahead and send Haley up, please. Chipster, good to see you, man. Hey, Lexi. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you. We're going to get it started a little earlier today. We're going to send Haley Beth up. And there she is.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. There it is.
I'm ready.
We match. How are you doing today, Haley?
Good, but I'm under the weather, but I'm getting better.
Well, that's good. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. SA said, hi, Haley.
Hey, SA.
Are you prepared? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure? Now, I know you said you didn't like him, but are you going to introduce him anyway? You ready?
Okay. Yes.
1, 2, 3. Get him, Haley.
Hi. Welcome to the Ginn Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, and I'm the owner of Haley Dot. I'm a diamond dot artist. I have a show every Friday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, the featured artist is Zachary. Let's start the show again.
Thank you, Haley.
Guys, if
It's a good start.
Thank you, Laura. So, yes, let's see if we can squeeze me in here.
Trying something a little different.
Trying something a little different. This is Zachary. How you doing, Zach?
I'm enjoying today. Long 10 hours at work. Came home, had a little dinner, decided to spend a little time with you.
I love it.
Could be worse.
Could be
be a lot worse.
Could be worse. For those, are we able to try to send Samantha the starving artist up, Laura? But I don't know if it will let her. But let's give it a try anyway. Zachary went down with me to the first event I went to. Ezra. The first event that I went to down in Atlanta to see SA's artwork, Zach went with me.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do here is expand a little bit. I've always felt like that people that do all kinds of different stuff can be artists. And Zach is an electrician. I'm going to move over a little closer to Zach so we can get him in the screen. There we go. Zach is an electrician, but he is also a musician, an artist. You can see he's got art all over him. He's pretty arted up, you might say. So, it won't let SA up. Well, at least SA came to say hi to you. I'm dropping stuff. Monique. Hey, Mo. Hey, Stitch. Thank you. Appreciate you, Stitch. So Zach's going to talk to us a little bit about, being an electrician, being an artist. This is kind of the reverse. We have a lot of people that have full-time professions but are also artists. But being an artist isn't their primary profession. It's just kind of who they are. And I would say that describes Zach. Zach has a profession, but he's an artist no matter kind of what he's doing. So, Zach, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
I know it wasn't fair. I seduced you into being here.
Straight succubus.
Straight succubus. Hey, homegrown, how you doing? So Zach, man, we've known each other a lot of years. And I've gotten to see you be an electrician for a lot of those. I don't go to work with you, but we've been friends while I've been doing this, and I've been formulating this idea in my head that there's a lot of artists out there that you wouldn't necessarily know are artists because they do something else professionally.
Yeah.
So let's start at the beginning. how did you end up becoming an electrician?
So I, I moved with my former partner to a close by Asheville, North Carolina, and I figured I have 2 bachelor's degrees, a little nest egg. Surely I'll find a job. Well, turns out I didn't. And what I decided to do was take the formal route of just looking at the job market that be, and I decided to give electrical work a try. And turns out it was a niche that I needed to fill and an itch that I needed to scratch. So I started there, and that was 2018.
2018. Okay, so how do you you're an actual like certified electrician. You went through an apprentice program. You've got all kinds of formal training. How did so you just saw an ad in the paper and went and signed up, or how'd that
I went
work?
to a job, I guess like a job market of sorts at the Ag Center.
Right on.
I think the best way to put it for me was I spent 4 years with my company going through an apprenticeship program. Now, not all, but like a lot of larger electrical companies will do apprenticeship programs. I'm lucky enough that mine offered it through the state of North Carolina. So we actually had a really good program. You still get graded. You still go to class after work every day, no matter how tired you are. And then at the end of it, you get a reward, which is I moved from being an apprentice to hopefully take my test, pass my test, and get my electrical license. And in which case, I have my electrical license. So,
right on. Did you have to pay to go to that school?
Mine was through my company. However, there are, you could fast track it, I guess, if you want to go to, a technical school of sorts. They still have those in high school and stuff like that. I've got a cousin that did that. I think it's worth it, honestly. If you have the drive, you don't really want to spend the money to go to college. I did both. Me
too.
Life happens, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think that you should let somebody else dictate the choices you make in life. I think if you want to make the choice to be an electrician, be a plumber, be a carpenter, handle it. Spend a year in the trades. If you don't like it, go to college. Spend a year in college. If you don't like it, go do trades. Like,
I like this.
Like, life goes on. Money's optional.
Well, the thing I like about your journey, man, is it's organic, right? You moved to Asheville. You had 2 bachelor's degree, a whole different plan, and you found yourself in a market that didn't need what your skill set was that you'd been officially trained on.
Absolutely.
So electricians are needed. Hey, that seems like something challenging. That seems like something. Now, and what it has grown into, from my perspective, is it affords you a life that allows you to go on adventures with your fiance on the weekend, kayaking or mountain hiking, photography, music events, stuff like that. And it also, which is part of your creative side, right? And it also allows you, I've been to your house, believe it or not. I have a key. I might have snuck in there before. But you have all kinds of musical gear, amps and keyboards and,
Yeah.
So you're also a musician, a lifelong musician.
Yeah, I try to be.
And you were in a band with your brother for some years. And you still play occasionally. You come over here sometimes and play. And I would argue that the fact that you chose to be an electrician and it was a field that was needed puts the money in your pocket to be able to pursue these other interests.
I would agree.
So you get to be an artist because you didn't pursue art as your primary.
I think so. Yeah, I think that I grew up with let's start back at one. I grew up. My parents met doing the Fantastics theater production.
Right on.
both my grandmothers played piano. My mom played piano. My grandfather played guitar for Patsy Cline before she got famous. Like, I grew up my one of my uncles was a prop master for movies.
Time out. Your uncle played for Patsy Cline.
No, my grandfather.
Your grandfather played for Patsy
Yeah.
Cline. If you don't know who Patsy Cline is, go look up Patsy Cline right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's friends with our lovely Dolly Parton. Bless her heart. So
We're gonna miss Dolly. She was awesome.
but yeah, I grew up with like the most incredible musical family, and my brother and I 100% benefited from the exposure. Guitars, piano, singing, you name it. We've been down the road multiple times, and it's been fantastic.
Your brother, I've seen some footage of him.
He's
play.
way better. Yeah,
he can
he's
play.
way better.
He
Yeah,
can play.
for sure.
You're pretty good, man. Your brother's really good, though.
My brother's really good.
His
Yeah,
brother's
for
real
sure.
good. So you got into a profession that you weren't necessarily planning on getting into, but it has kind of worked out. Would you do it again?
Without a question, yeah, for sure.
Right.
I think the two biggest things you can go into it with is like critical thinking and confidence. Like if you have those two things, like everyone is so scared of electrical work. At the end of the day, if you're an apprentice working under me, I'm not going to just sit here and shove live wires under your hands without you knowing what you're doing. You're not going to be touching that stuff for probably a couple of years, honestly. Things that you're going to do are learn how safe procedures, OSHA training. You're going to learn how to do pipe work, colors, wiring. You're going to learn diagrams. You're going to learn PLC setups, controls, contacts, motor starters, how things are wired. Easy things like receptacles. I know I'm speaking a little bit higher than some people might know, but like my main thing that I do isn't actually house electrical work. I do large scale industrial stuff. So I can't really talk about what I do honestly, like where I work security wise, but I do a lot of stuff that's like really interesting, and I love it.
It is, y'all. So, and it's think industrial, think big complexes, lots of energy going into places, and all the apparatus required for that. There are different types of things that would require that. Y'all will have to kind of fill it in so Land Security doesn't come to my house. So, tell us like some of the most rewarding part. We'll get to some of the demanding stuff, but some of the most rewarding parts of specifically being an electrician.
Okay, so for me, the most rewarding part is having someone working under you where just like you see it click for them, where you're sort of teaching someone the steps that they need to take, and they question why they're doing it, and then it clicks, and you're like, that's where I was. Like, that was me 7 years ago. Hell yeah. That's awesome. And so, like, that's a big step. The other big reward is when, for lack of a better word, everything works out to plan. Like, you cut someone, and you're like, yeah, it's on. And you can have confidence in yourself and have total, absolute hatred for the product that you're tying it, you know. You get a little upset at the situation at hand, but you know, at the end of the day, it pays my bills, and I think it's a pretty rewarding situation to be in.
So right now, y'all that know me know that I have back issues, and currently Zach has a little bit of a back issue going on. I'll say a little bit. He can't move much.
little Advil in my body and a lot of can patch on my back right now.
If we were going to jump on him, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
But so other than the physical aspect of it, because it is a physically demanding job
For
occasionally.
sure, yeah.
What are some other demanding parts about the job? Like people would need to know if they wanted to get into it.
For me, it's like I have a very busy schedule. I work too much, to be fair. I get paid pretty well, but I also like work a lot, and like it's not really conducive to situations in life. Like if you have a pretty bustling family, like this is, I'm not saying like my job specific, like the job that I'm on is very specific. I work a lot. Now, being an electrician, that doesn't mean that you're going to be working 9 to 5 every day. Honestly, I work 6 to 5 most days, which is 10 to 11 hours a day. And right now, I haven't had a day off in a couple of weeks. So 7 days a week. And I probably won't have a day off until probably about mid-September. That's how much I'm working. But with that time also comes the time off that I take. So if we have like a big situation where these machines have to be on, this has to happen. Once that's done, I'm probably going to the coast, okay? Like, I'm probably going to go spend some time.
He disappears.
Yeah. It's probably going to be like me, my fiance, and the dog just, dipping out for a little bit. But it's rewarding, too, because I still have some time at night where I can come home and do the art that I personally want to do, right? If I get off at 4 o'clock every day, I can come home, play guitar. I can come home, cook a little bit. Right now, our garden is overflowing. You guys have some tomatoes.
They showed up with flowers and tomatoes from their garden.
That's awesome. So, I thoroughly enjoy what I do every day. Mine is stepping off a ladder onto a 1-inch bolt that's from a different trade, and just, turns out if you're 41, things just happen. You can tweak yourself, It's life.
41. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So tell us about some of the physical challenge that an electrician would need. Like you pull wires through walls and you run pipe, like you were talking about. What are some of the physical demanding stuff that in the field of being an electrician? If you're not, sometimes you got to be high off the ground, for example. That would be a physical
average day for me right now is I'm probably 35, 40 foot in the air, in a lift, and everything from heavy cable tray, heavy cables, 500 kc mil quad cables that are 30 foot, or not 30 foot, about 30 pounds a foot.
30 pounds a foot.
Yeah.
Oh my. Copper, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's like it would be like the size of this.
A wire.
You're pulling this, but it's 300 feet.
Speaking of pulling it.
Wow.
What are you doing? We have a surprise appearance by Samantha, the starving artist. My goodness, how are you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
This guy came to one of her shows, and she just came to his show. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. I had
Great to see you.
Return the favor. Good to see you too. What's up, everyone?
SA Artistry, Samantha, the starving artist. SA is another example of an artist, a sure enough bona fide artist, but she also has a full-time gig. She does other things to pay the bills and also does art to pay the bills. So she is another walking, talking example of what we're talking about today. Thanks for joining us, SA. It's always good to see you.
I know, it's been so long.
It's time for you to go to bed soon, I know. Is your man behind you holding you up or something like this?
No, I had to hold him up today.
Heard that. While you're on here, SA, please tell us about your stuff you got going on. You've got some new stuff on your site, on your website. People can go check it out.
Yes, SamanthaTheStarvingArtist.com. And I've got over 200 products that are featuring my my latest work that I completed last year. It's most of everything that was in the big solo show for last year. So the Golden Girl series, which is now the Golden series, as well as the Crystal Shop series. There's blankets, there's tumblers, there's mouse pads, there's journals, There's t-shirts, there's poster prints, and that is all available on SamanthaTheStarvingArtist.com. And I am running a special promotion for Ginn fans only. Only the friends of Ginn can use this promotion. It's GINN 10. So Ginn 10, and you'll get 10% off. That is the coupon code, so you can go there now. And that's going to go through. Hey, what's up, Ezra? That's going to go through the end of next month. So anybody that is interested, that is Ginn 10. That's right, Laura. Laura's got it right there in the chat for 10% off on at SamanthaTheStarvingArtist.com. Oh, you know what? And I forgot I'm not supposed to say that, so my bad. I mean,
right.
There's t-shirts, hats, all kind, mugs, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff over there, guys. What's up, Ezra?
Essay, tell me, while we got you here, tell me this. I was lucky enough to get to go to a few of your shows. You are a serious artist, a full-time artist, but you also have a full-time gig like we're talking about. You in part are the genesis of this thought process of all these people out there working hard in regular jobs and also working hard in their art career. You are a walking, talking example of that. The cool thing about you being here is Zach came to one. I reached out to him. Hey, SA's got an event going on down in Atlanta. You interested in riding with me down there? He's like, hell yeah, let's ride. So he came down. What is it like though when you have an event going on and your people show up? Like folks actually come in person and show up.
It was amazing, and I'm still so appreciative and blown away by the support that this community right here showed. The people that took so much time and so much effort to make that trip, as well as the people who were just able to join all the lives that led up to the event. It was really humbling. It was a humbling experience to see so much support, and I was very moved. I was very moved by all that support that we got.
It was amazing. I mean, you had Chad and Ash and Eve and Lenny and several others show up. And the very first one that I went to, Zach came with me to, and his motivation was he's an artist. Like I said, he's an electrician, but at heart, he's an artist. And he just simply wanted to go support another artist. There was no hidden motivation other than that. So that's part of why I wanted to start bringing people on that weren't necessarily always just full-time art. They do other things, but their art is really amazing. And Zach certainly, and he is one of the other thing is you got to be supportive of other people around you. And I happen to know the guy is. He drove all the way to Atlanta to go to one of your shows and didn't even know you.
I mean, it was worth it for sure. Between you and everyone else that was there, it's a phenomenal art show.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming and saying hi to. We haven't seen you in so long. Y'all, get screenshots. Samantha the Starving Artist is alive and well. She's doing okay. Hey, really quickly, Laura, can you make Samantha's screen real big so we can get a screenshot of the amazing Samantha the Starving Artist? Is it gonna? No, it ain't gonna do it. Don't worry, Samantha, you're safe. You're safe.
Oh,
We're just switching sides.
Oh, darn. I'm so sad.
Kira Wilson's in here. Kira, I would like to tell you that his fiance was down here in the shop, and the two pieces that she picked out were your house and your crow.
The raven.
Of all the stuff on the wall, she was like, I like those two. And I was like, she's terrible. You don't want to like those.
You're terrible.
Let's say, before you leave us, you're an artist that works full time and you work on your art full time. And you switched gears a little bit here recently. You put so much work into doing these shows that you accumulated a bunch of artwork. And now you've taken the time to digitize it and make it available in other forms. And where can they find that stuff?
That's going to be at SamanthaTheStarvingArtist.com.
That COM place. Yes, that COM place. We're not allowed to say certain things on here, but and is it a reasonable assumption that there are a whole lot of artists out there that work full-time gigs that are really, really good at what they do?
Absolutely.
Right on. And why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I here on your show?
To support other artists. That's why you're here. That's the point. It wasn't a trick question. It wasn't a trick question. SA always ready for trick questions. She's always ready for trick questions. You're here to support other artists. So my point was that you put your time and your efforts into other folks too. That show that Severed did introducing your last couple events was pretty cool too. The run up show. So my hope is that we expand our crowd a little bit and we start including some guys like this that are actual artists that work full time, because they're part of the journey too, I think. And I think they contribute a lot, like you do, to the art world. Officially, you have a full-time job and have, as long as people have known you. So it can be done. It can be done.
Sometimes multiple jobs.
Right. And hey, tell the folks, if they do go to your website, you don't just go buy like booze with that money usually.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah,
but a good percentage of what you make goes towards feeding folks and unhoused folks and in that world.
Yeah, that's the biggest push I have for wanting to be a successful working artist, and having that become a supplementary income is that so that I am able to have that extra income to help those in need. I donate to local communities, local organizations that are already established and are doing good work here in the community for the unhoused population, as well as those that are just hungry. Times are hard; they're getting harder, and I think any little bit that we can do, even right now, I'll have to be honest. Like, I'm not making a lot of sales right now. I don't have that extra income to donate like I would really love to do, what I dream of doing. But you don't have to have money to support. You can just go volunteer. I know I'm lucky in that my full-time gig allows for about 12 hours a year of donated time that they give us so that we can go out and help the community in whatever we want. So my full-time gig pays me to go and volunteer somewhere else that will help someone. So I know not everyone is lucky enough to have that option, but it only takes a couple of hours, even if it's just once a month, on the weekend, on just an afternoon that you might have available, even the morning, just a couple hours helps. And there's just so many people in need, and you really don't know what those little things that you can do and might be able to help with really make a difference in someone's life. You could really brighten someone's day by being there.
Yes. And there's so many different things you can do. Laura and Kira both help with this show. Like, I wouldn't be able to do the show at this point without them. And they volunteer their time so that we can have people on and talk about art and art related kind of stuff. And it's just a way of giving back. So finding your jam and a balance is something that I think that you've really done well. And I know it's hard. I know it's a struggle. I know it's not easy. You make it look easy, but I know it's not easy. Last year you were doing events and speaking at events and doing all kinds of stuff. And then this year, you put that time and effort into making those things available, that artwork that you've done, that kind of follow-up type stuff. So if you need an example for how to do it, there are maybe three, but there's two of us, two of them right here. And SA Artistries. Samantha the Starving Artist will always be known as SA to me, and Zach here. Both people contributed. They live in different states, and they've both helped each other out on projects, which is awesome.
To piggyback off what you're saying, I'm lucky enough to work with a company who also, when Hurricane Helene came through and just sort of devastated my area, my company paid us to be off of work while also subsequently paying us to help other people. And then I can't tell you the amount of people, like I work with people who lost their houses, and people showed up. Okay, people who I work with showed up for those people. And then subsequently, we're still sort of, I don't want to say backlogged, but we have a lot of people working for us who are sort of still out in the community doing things here and there for people who lost a lot more than we did. So, yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff to help people around here. He's not going to tell you all the stuff. He does a whole bunch of shit around here to help people. He's a real jerk, but SA, do you have any words of wisdom you'd like to share with us?
Yes, actually. My words of wisdom for today will be everything happens for a reason. Last year, I had some goals and I was successful in those goals, but they didn't really get me to the final product that I was wanting. And because that happened, that motivated me to really buckle down on my creating my website, creating good digital copies of my artwork, so that I could create more products with those images. And now I've got a fully built website, a fully built store on the website. And it's just a reminder that no matter what you may be going through, whether good or bad, there's always a lesson to learn, and there's always something that can be taken from that and used to be successful in the future. And you might not realize it now, but it might come in later in the future once you glean all your experiences from past jobs, past failures, past successes. All those things happen for a reason, and it's up to you to either choose to take those experiences, learn from them, and be motivated, or you can just use it as an excuse to do nothing. So it's your choice.
Man, we just got a clip. That's going to be a clip. I can tell. That's going to be words of wisdom from SA Artistries. I agree with you 100%, SA. I agree with you 100%. That's probably why I'm so on board with what you do, whatever it is. Even when you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, I'm still on board. Well, everybody, it was very cool of SA to join us. She told me that it's time for Mimi. She is actually up past her bedtime right now. You are more than welcome to stay and hang out with us, SA. You're always welcome. But I know you said you were going to pop in and then go get some Mimis. So please go tell them your website again.
thestarvingartist.com and 10% off using Ginn 10. That's 10.
Ginn 10, y'all. Ginn 10. It'll get you the military discount. That's awesome. Well, SA, love you dearly. Appreciate you so much. You're amazing. Please give my best to your man. He might be cooler than you are. I'm not sure.
He's absolutely cooler than I
am. SA, you're amazing. Thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you before too long, I'm sure.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, SA. Laura, if you can, throw it out, and I'm gonna say Laura did it. There you go. Awesome. Yo, go over and check out Samantha the Starving Artist spot. She's an amazing artist, but she's also an amazing humanitarian. That's one of the reasons I dig SA so much is her heart's in the right place. Not me waving. Laura, were you waving by? I love it.
I'm remembering that art show a little bit more now. I remember I went and I actually got something from that art show.
You did?
Not from her, but another artist.
Yeah, yeah.
And he showed up and he was like, thanks for getting my print. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. It's great. And it's hanging at the house.
Yeah, you got to meet the guy.
Yeah.
He was there.
Quite a collection at the house right now. We're running out of wall space. Doesn't matter what. Between stuff that my brother and my dad, everywhere that my fiance and I go, some people buy collectible shot glasses or whatever. No, we buy artwork. So
some of it is on him.
Yeah.
Hey, can do. So being an electrician has got to be a creative job. There would in thinking about it, looking at plans and designing the plans and all of that has a certain creative element. But being able to look at those plans and actually execute them, make in real life what is in 2D into 3D, is a challenge, and it takes creativity. You mentioned earlier problem-solving skills. So talk a little bit about the creative components, whether it's designing the systems or it's actually putting them together. I think both sides have creative aspects.
I think if I were to get another college degree, it would probably be engineering or something. But about as close as I can potentially get to that would be what I'm doing right now. So I get engineered drawings for the machines, the layout of the entire area that I'm working in. To be fair, it's no different than a house print, just different nomenclature, different, really just different nomenclature and different things on there.
Everything's bigger.
Everything's
scale.
Scale.
The wires, instead of being like house wires, are huge,
obnoxious. Honestly, you're 40 foot in the air a lot, hooking up machinery. I think for me, one of the biggest goals that I have in the trade is that I can help other people be motivated and have the critical thinking that they need to be. My job is incredibly dangerous, and I not only have to watch out for me, but the people who I am looking after. And my employer trusts me and another handful of guys to help these individuals and raise them up, for lack of a better word, right?
You don't want to make a phone call and say, I got my apprentice fried today.
I certainly don't. I'll never put them in that situation. But the biggest situation that I can put them in is anything that's not really safe, and they need to be safe. We have standards that we follow. Everything from gloves, hard hats, everything safe.
OSHA.
OSHA stuff is fine, but
the local stuff.
Any subcontractor you're really working under, any customer could literally come to you and say, hey, I want you to do it this way. I need you to wear this. I need you to do this. And you're not going to tell them no, right? You're getting paid.
Right.
You can turn around and say something to a guy you're working with, I hate this is stupid. But at the end of the day, you grin and bear it because they're paying your paycheck, third party style. But I love my job. I love what I do. I have some great people that I work with, and the amount of hours that we all work a week, we sort of have. I spend more time with them than my family, and I wouldn't say they're my family. We disagree on a lot of stuff,
right?
But at the end of the day, I trust them with their abilities and what they're able to do, and that's linear with other foremen. It is sort of a tiered system. I have a superintendent that I answer to. I have a project manager that I answer to on my job. And there's a few of us foremen, superintendent, project manager. There's apprentices and journeymen or whatever underneath of us.
Labor.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we all strive to go home and see the people that we actually care about. So if I can do that every single day, it's a good day,
So when you're let's say you're like the facility you're working at now. and you get plans that says, okay, this big giant ass wire has to go from A to B, and it interacts with a whole bunch of other stuff. I would imagine there's some creativity. From my experience working in construction back in the day, looking at the plans doesn't always play out to real life.
Ever.
Plans are 2D, and you're trying to build it in 3D. And sometimes there's things that you have to kind of make work.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time red line drawings. Yeah, red line drawings meaning this is what the engineer spec'd, and this is what actually is going to work. For lack of a better word.
How is that interaction when you excuse me, man, it's so dry down here. When you do a red line, we used red lines in the Air Force too.
Oh yeah,
on
everybody,
aircraft.
man, everybody.
But when you red line something, what kind of pushback do you get in your field from the engineers? Are they upset about that, or do they appreciate it?
I think it's a mixed bag. So I think it's a respect thing, honestly. I'm not doing something just because I want to do something. I'm doing something because it has to be done. Their prints are noting the electrical setup, but then there's still mechanical drawings, there's still automation drawings, there's still air. I mean, there's so many variables that have to play into a finished product that things get overlooked. And when things are overlooked, it's me talking to other trades, finding out what they want to do, and then sort of chain of command, for lack of a better word, right? I talk with my superintendent, project manager. It goes to, these individuals, both the customer and the, engineers and stuff.
I would imagine you're also talking to like the HVAC people or the pipe fitters or whatever other people are in there.
Yeah.
Welders, concrete workers, finishers,
that's how
carpenters.
It starts. Because we usually just solve the problem between the trades and then bring it up to the customer or the GC, because it's easier that way, honestly. I don't know if a lot of people do it that way, but from my perspective, it's a lot easier to talk to somebody who doesn't want to have to redo their work 3 times. I think it's easier that way.
I would agree. Implementing. Okay, so you've got specs you got to follow. It says you got to go from here to here with cable A and B and C and all of that stuff. Do you, as the person doing that, there is this creative area too in your approach. As long as that happens, there's a whole lot of different ways to do things.
Yeah.
Right. And that's especially with what you do, as technical as it is. There's more than one way to get from A to B, but they all need to be done safely, carefully, repeatably, that kind of thing. Right. That would be. It makes sense to me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right on. So, you're a licensed electrician.
Yes.
And you said there's like an apprenticeship through the company that you work for, which is kind of a common practice, right? In the trades, oftentimes you can go work for a company and they will educate you in the field if they need somebody in that field bad enough.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, they want you to succeed. There is a substantial lack of electrical workers right now, tradesmen in general, but like electrical, absolutely. You need to have the skill set to do the work at hand. What's crazy to me is, like, it's harder to become an electrician than to become a police officer, and that's not denoting a police officer. What I'm saying is, like, my job.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But, like, it's harder to do my job as far as education purposes. I'm responsible no different than they are. My responsibility is to the people in an entire room, entire facility, and these things could be drastic. Like, anybody could die. I mean, like, electricity is not something to mess with. And to be fair, I'm an electrician, and I don't really mess with electricity. I mess with everything that revolves around electricity. I mess with everything that touches electricity. And I test it before things go on. I test it after things go on. I test it when things have been moving for a while. Like these are common practices for both insurance purposes, startup procedures. All of these things are very crucial to maintaining, and keeping something, sort of have a lifespan that it needs to have. I think it's interesting, honestly.
You made a good point earlier too, man. I too am degreed, and I do woodworking. I didn't need a degree to do what I do. I still use it. It still benefits me. I did use it when I had my practice, working with folks with a variety of needs. But the point is, if I was able to give advice to a young person that was just coming out of high school, I would tell them what you said, which is you could try the trades for a year. If you don't like it, you could always go to college.
Yeah.
Or if you're really into college and you want to go to college, do that. That's fine too. But I am one of a bunch of people that could have done their profession without the college part.
For sure.
The woodworking stuff. And I grew up in a time when, the way you made that path was going to school, was going to college. But now the world that we live in today, building still happens. Like that is going to continue. And so the trades, electricians, guys that tie steel, pour concrete, bust rods, do flooring, painting, all of that different stuff, even in a recession, is in demand sometimes. They scale back, but you've been doing this long enough. You've been doing it in good economies and bad economies, and you had a job in both.
Yeah.
So
I got enough friends to build a house. You know what I mean? Like, it helps. It helps to have good people around. Yeah.
So I would, for young folks out there, I would, and you want to be an artist, you want to be able to be creative. I would argue that one of the ways to be able to do that is to go into the trades, work with your hands. Whether that's become an electrician, a woodworker, a blacksmith, or whatever. And
no one cares if they're tattooed, So
right. Something else I think we have in common, and you may correct me here, but I think we both chose professions that our intention was not to get rich. We just wanted to make a decent living, and what we were buying with that was the ability to do other stuff that we really liked. Yeah. In my case, I get to do for a living what I really enjoy doing, building stuff in the shop. In your case, every day that you go to work, it isn't your favorite.
But some days it's like really rewarding.
Right. And over the arc, you've been doing it for a decade or so, and you would do it again. You'd go back and do the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's something common that I hear. People that work with their hands often say that. Many of them say, hey, I wouldn't go to college next time around. I'd just get into the trades.
I think it's almost it's sort of a double-edged sword, because I see my brother. He followed in my footsteps, and in a way, but it's like that old, anything you can do, I can do better. That's my brother, and he's 5 years younger. He's an architect, and I probably should have gone for engineering, but at the end of the day, I love working with my hands. Ironically, my brother's an architect and also a woodworker, so
right
and a musician.
That's awesome.
We all just a
good musician.
Yeah, and a really good musician.
Good musician.
Yeah, for sure.
By the way,
I didn't let you hear any of the new stuff we've been writing either. That's for different.
He's going to come back and play for us one day. Did tell him a little bit about that though. You write music? You play music? And
my brother and I were in bands a long time ago. I've been writing music honestly for years and years. I think I wrote my first. I started playing guitar when I was 15 years old. My mom and dad got me guitar lessons, Within 2 weeks, I wrote my first song. My guitar teacher really liked it and recorded the song with it. Recorded the song, and I still have it on, probably
awesome.
an old, an Apple, Touch or something like that, back in the day, one of those.
You mean like an apple you give to your teacher?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
One of the-
Yeah, one of those. 1954. So
1954.
So, my brother, same way. I'm sure there's some of our stuff on YouTube somewhere, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this TikTok with you. But I don't even have TikTok. I don't have a product to sell. My product is my voice when I go and do karaoke, when I go to an open mic, or when I serenade my fiance. Those are things I enjoy. Or my dog, because sometimes my dog will just sit by me and just stare at me.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great dog. Yeah, for sure. But that's what I do, man. And then my brother, same way. We rented a cabin in the woods. We're gonna do it again this year, and we just spent 3 days writing songs and recording them. Phenomenal.
And that's over the years. That's one of the things I love about your life is the creative side of it. You and your lady go kayaking and go on hikes. We live in Western North Carolina, so there's a lot of that around here. You also you've gone to New Orleans and other places for shows and events and stuff. And being an electrician afforded you the opportunity to do that. You work hard, but it also allowed you to go do some other things that fueled that creative side.
Yeah, like every year that we've been together, we go to an entire new place and base the entire trip around a concert we're gonna go see. So Stevie Nicks, New Orleans, Teddy Swims in Red Rocks, Colorado.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't take me to Teddy Swims in Red Rock. Man.
Phenomenal, but
I'd have held your hand.
Yeah,
the whole time.
We got another one coming up here next month, but that's for later on. Nobody needs to know where we're going. But
He's on the big award shows now, Teddy Swims.
Yeah, dude.
You know
he's
him when he
phenomenal.
was nobody.
Yeah, when he was nobody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, years ago when I was over here telling you he was in Wild Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenal guy. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm about to show him more music right now. We're about to go see. Yeah, so it's one of my passions. It is my passion. Like probably the top tier passion. Music. But
he can sing, he can write, he can play guitar, play other stuff. Play
in
piano,
fact, not my first guitar, but when I graduated high school, I bought a Martin guitar, and it is currently sitting here in this.
I messed
space.
his guitar up, yo.
No. Messed up is not the right word.
I broke his guitar.
We had to fix the old neck there a little bit. And turns out heat and mahogany are not friends with one another, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna look at the scars on the guitar, in my opinion, which it's already scarred. You already know that. I mean, it's not Trigger, it's not Willie Nelson's guitar, but it's sweat worn and ripped down from 20 years plus of playing.
Yes.
It is worn down, but I love it. It's one of my favorite things.
You have this unique ability to you can hear a song and then kind of figure it out. Sit and just kind of listen and but you also know how to read music, don't you?
Yeah,
to some degree.
So I can hear melody lines and I know what key stuff's in, but I don't have perfect pitch or anything like that. I think it's just sort of I'm sort of trained, and I don't I don't know the Nashville 1654. Most of it I do, but I'm not really good at theory, but I know bits and pieces of theory to make somebody think I know theory.
And that would go along with one of the other attributes that you have is you're just intellectually curious. You're curious about things, and I think that's part of what.
Oh yeah.
I think that's part of what drives you. Why you like your job. Why you like the things that you get into outside of your job.
It's a curse. I'll promise you that, though, in a way, because I will literally spend more money to learn something than have somebody else do it for me. Like if something broke on my car, you know this. You know this, but you know this. I will spend more money trying to fix something, which I inevitably will fix.
Right.
But it will cost me more money than if I paid somebody to fix it. 100%. And that's across the board. That's across the board.
But then you know how to do it.
But then I know how to do it. And then people ask me about it, and then I tell them, and they're like, "Oh, it was that easy." It's not. It took me to learn it. You know, I had to teach myself to show you.
Yes.
I'm the forever guinea pig.
Kira Wilson Art is in the chat. Mm-hmm. And we were ragging engineers earlier. Her husband is an engineer.
I wasn't ragging. I probably would have been.
That's who I play games with on the weekends. Okay. He's a cool guy. He's not going to take it personally. We weren't talking about him, Kira. Uh-oh. Lilu. Yes, Lilu. Is there anybody fixing a modern call is a small nightmare? You are not lying, Lars. Lars is in Norway. He's amazing. He's a photographer, woodworker. You were ragging on him. We're good. Right, Kara? Right? Yeah, he's actually one of the good guys. I've gotten to be around him enough online to know he's an engineer that can actually articulate a point.
Okay, yeah.
Rather than, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, are there anybody in the chat that had questions for our buddy Zach? And then be thinking about this, man. Is there any thoughts you had that you wanted to, if there's anybody have any questions afterwards, but any closing thoughts you had or?
I think my closing thoughts should be the opening thoughts that I had, which back to your point, right? Like, if you're thinking about going into the trades, go into the trades. They're gonna pay you. And it'll be probably a living wage. And then if you don't like it, go to school. Find something you do like. Don't just question your entire life if you don't want to do something. Plumbing, electrical, heating and air. These are all trades that interwork with one another. I talk to these guys literally every day at work. Welding. It don't matter. This is not some blue collar boy show. There's girls who work it too. There's drywall. There's framing. These are all things that need people. It doesn't matter. As long as you show up with enthusiasm, competency, and to be fair, let's be honest, show up. What I mean by that is come to work. Show up. If it says it's on time, show up on time. You know? It's pretty easy. I promise. You're going to learn something new regardless. Even if you don't like it. Chances are you're going to be able to go home and be like, I can fix this light switch. I can do this. Because all those things, in relative terms to what I do right now, I could wire a house in 2 days. Okay? These are easy. What I do for a living, it takes it far beyond that. And those are the people who I want to raise up. So my question to you is, if you want to do something like that, hit him up. You can get my info. I'll help you get into the apprenticeship program.
Are they hiring? Is your
probably? I can't definitively say, but I would say probably. We have a new apprenticeship program starting up here soon too.
Right on. If you're in Western North Carolina, North Georgia, Eastern Tennessee,
upstate South Carolina.
If you're anywhere in those areas and you have an interest in becoming an electrician or any of those other trades, reach out to us. We'll try to put you in touch with somebody that could start getting you a paycheck. Yes, yeah. Kira said being able to fit. They live up in Vermont, in the middle of nowhere, and so being able to fix things on your own is a huge benefit.
Yeah.
So
ironically, last time I was up in Vermont, I fixed a Volkswagen. So
you've been to Vermont?
I've been to 46 to 48. An
electrician.
Yeah, well traveled.
A well-traveled electrician, y'all. You too could be a well-traveled electrician. Man, I so much appreciate. I know that we're friends, but I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, this is a juxtaposition for me for sure. This is a definite change of pace. Yeah,
Isn't it?
I don't yeah, man, I like it. Like I don't even know who I'm talking to. Somebody, you know, I barely get on Facebook.
Well,
you know,
well, the good news is that this clip will be on another app in perpetuity for people to watch,
There you
and
go.
most likely Laura's going to take out some clips and make a little video, or we'll probably make one of essay stuff too.
yeah.
But any questions that we missed? Which states haven't you been to? Oh, which states have you not been to?
I'll be there within the next year, but Idaho and Montana, which is weird that I haven't been to either one of those. I literally have friends that live in both places, and they both have been like, "Come see me," and those are the two states I haven't been. Favorite states, again, personal choice, but I am such a like. Maine has to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Lubec, Maine, the easternmost portion of the United States. Straight across, you go into Canada, a little island called Campobello. Probably one of my favorite places. And then Oregon, the 101 up the coast. Yachats, Oregon, Newport, the entire coast over there, phenomenal. And then, without question, big fan of Ocracoke Island and just being out on the coast of North Carolina, four-wheel drive beaches, no one around, me, my fiance, a dog, maybe my family, nephews, niece, what have you. Phenomenal. Like, just to have your own space, just you. There's no one on the beach. It's you. You're fishing, you're surfing, your dog's running around, playing in the ocean. It's phenomenal. Those are my favorite places in the States that I guess I've been.
And you were able to do that because you're an electrician in large degree, a lot of it.
I work hard and I work a lot so I can afford to do things like that. Yeah.
So back to all the way back to the beginning.
Conception.
You've got a couple degrees. You decided you didn't actually want to be an English teacher.
Yeah.
And you liked working with your hands. And you've managed to carve out a life, and now you're teaching other people, apprentices that come on in your company, in the company that you work at. And
I think
now you're giving back in a way. You're giving that gift to the next generation of creatives.
This is going to sound selfish, but I feel like I have to teach these people, whoever my apprentices are, I have to teach them and teach them the correct way, because inevitably, not only is their life in sort of my hands, but also
Absolutely.
like my life is in their hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they do something wrong and I have to check their work, things
Get
could
you hurt
also-
too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's so many steps that have to happen, and I think the people that we have working right now have been doing a phenomenal job, honestly. So
Well, you're still here, which is good.
yeah.
Well, do y'all have any more questions for Zach? I probably missed a few. Hey, Rick, how's it going? Very much appreciate him coming in. We're gonna do some more of this. I have Rick from the antique store is gonna come in and do this. I've got Ben Miller coming, who is an arborist, bona fide certified arborist, takes care of trees, and I would say he's an artist too. He also happens to be a musician as well. So we're going to continue to mix in folks that work with their hands.
The name of the band. So a lot of them, but one of the names of my old band was Injury on Everest. You're never gonna find it. It was back when Pure Volume was around, and everything was up on that. So it was a long time ago. I'm old.
What was it called?
Injury on Everest.
Injury on Everest. What kind of music was it? Is it?
It was probably like post-hardcore music. Like if you mixed like Under Oath and Maylene and the Sons of Disaster or something like that. Yeah.
None of which I know.
Driving guitars.
Bet. What kind of music do you play, right? Bet. She said bet. Next, you need to check out Europe. Lars, you are absolutely right. I'm sure that he will do that eventually. Europe. Lars is in Norway.
Yeah, honestly, my family has a castle in Wales, but
This mother just said he's got a castle in Wales.
no, like family name back in the day. So, but yeah, my mom and dad, my brother, we all want to go. So I'm sure we'll make a trip of it.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming and supporting us. It's awesome of y'all to do so. We're gonna have some guests that aren't even on the platform, but I'm hoping that we can kind of expand things and make some ties to our artist community here on this platform. That to people who aren't necessarily on the platform. I know quite a few people that are amazing folks, just like this guy, that are kind of too busy to be on social media.
Thanks for having me.
So.
I said, thank you, Zachary. I said, thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, that's Laura.
Oh, thanks, Laura.
Laura runs things. Bougie. Rick said bougie. Bougie. Ancestor Eric Bloodaxe might have been there. I heard that, Lars. Eric Bloodaxe, what a name. Well, next week, y'all, we have Philly Art Dad is going to be on the show. And the following day, I will be on Philly Art Dad's show with Ezra. If you remember, we did a show with Ezra on the Ginn Project. And he kind of gave us some information about agencies and that kind of thing. If anyone has suggestion for guests, there's a form on the show page. Yes, absolutely. Go to TheGinnProject.com. We'll probably get banned for saying that now, but we're at the end of the show, so it's okay. You can go there, and if you go there, check it out. Give us some feedback. If you go to my webpage now, there's an entire section for the Ginn Project Show. There's bios. There's merch available. Kira Wilson did some merch for the Ginn Project Show that is available. Her crow and microphone. It's awesome. I would just go check it out. See what you think over there. And special thank you to Samantha the Starving Artist, SA, for popping in and visiting with Zach. Always amazing to see her. Bet y'all didn't expect her to show up. How about that? Severed Art, thank you so much. I hope things went well for you this week. Please look out for each other. Thanks again to Zach. He pretty much exemplifies kind of what we're... Oh, what's your favorite color?
Blue. Yeah.
Blue. So his favorite color is blue, y'all. Thank you for reminding me, Laura. I forgot. I completely forgot. So thank you. Awesome, Severed. Awesome. It was nice to meet you. Good info, Zach. Please get me some screenshots so I can send them to him. Every week what we do is we ask their favorite color, and then people in the chat drop it in there. And then they do screenshots so they have evidence that they were on the show and people liked them.
That's perfect.
So
I'm slowly but surely
thank
understanding this, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being willing to talk. We're probably going to have you back. And maybe we can convince you, maybe even
try to convince her,
your fiance, to show us some of her artwork anyway.
I mean, we'll just toss one up behind you. Don't say nothing.
She's amazing.
She really is.
She's
yeah,
amazing.
Phenomenal.
She's really good.
And her mom. It's weird. It's like we both have artistic families, but yeah.
Y'all, Zachary, I'm not going to tell you his last name because I don't want y'all showing up at his house. But if you are interested in getting in the trades, if you're interested in being an electrician and you are in anywhere near Western North Carolina, reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with Zachary and we'll see if we can get you in there. And you don't have to be an electrician. It could be some of the other trades if you're interested. Like you said, he works with HVAC people. He works with carpenters and finishers and concrete people. And
yeah, if you got questions, we could probably make something happen.
Probably figure it out. Dirty, hey buddy, good to see you. So thank you everybody that came in. Y'all are the diehard, the dedicated crew, because the guest we had this week isn't even on the platform, which is awesome, and we're going to do more of that. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Reach out, get in touch with me. I can put you in touch with Zach if you're looking to get into the trades in this area. And if not, if you're not in this area, maybe able to give you some information of where you're at, how to put you in touch with those folks too. I would highly encourage you, if you're young folks and you're not sure what you want to do, give working with your hands a try.
Oh, without question. Yeah.
Lives a good life, gets to do some really fun, interesting stuff. And he works his ass off, but he also goes and has some fun too. So thank you everybody for being here. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, Laura. Laura, am I forgetting anything? Were there any announcements I was supposed to, make that I'm forgetting? Are we good? Are we clear? Did we make it happen? She's going to tell us. She's like this.
No, she said, you good.
All right. Y'all, thank you so much. Thank you to Zachary for coming on. We're looking for more from guys like this, man. Appreciate you, sir.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
You guys make the world go round. Y'all the ones that actually get shit done.
Yeah. Try to.
Thanks, y'all. Have a wonderful night. Look out for each other. Be kind. Please be kind every chance you get. Bye, everybody. Zachary, my buddy. He's amazing. He's got amazing ink, too. If you ever get him to take his shirt off, it looks cool. Bye, y'all. Bye, everybody.